Prologue! New plays!
And maidenheads
Are near akin. Much followed both.
for both much money gained if they stand sound and well.
And a good play whose modest scenes blush before her marriage day and shake to lose her honor.
It's like she after a holy tie and first night stir, yet still is modesty and still retains more the maiden sight of husband's pains.
We pray our play may be so, for I am sure it has a noble breeder and a pure, learned, and a poet never went more famous yet twixt Poe and Silver Trent. Chaucer, of all admired!
The story gives.
There constant to eternity it lives! If we let fall the nobleness of this, and the first sound this child hear be a hiss, how it will shake the bones of that good man and make him cry from underground!
Oh, fan me from the witless chaff of such a rider, that bless my bays and my famed works make lighter than Robin Hood.
This is the fear we bring! For to say truth is we're an endless thing, and too ambitious to aspire to him. Weak as we are, and almost breathless, swim in this deep water. Do but you hold out your helping hand,
And we shall tack about and something do to save us. You shall hear scenes,
though below his art may yet be worth 2 hours' travail. To his bones, sweet sleep.
content to you.
If this play do not keep a little dull time from us, we perceive our losses fall so thick, we must needs leave. Oh, Act 1, Scene 1.
The wedding processional in Athens.
Got it.
For your mother's sake, and as you wish your womb may thrive with fair ones, hear and respect me!
Now for the love of him whom Jove hath marked the honor of your bed, and for the sake of clear virginity, be advocate for us and our distresses. This good deed shall raise you out of the book of trespasses, all you are set down there.
Sad lady, rise.
Stand up.
No knees to me, but woman I may stead that is distressed, does bind me to her.
What is your request? Deliver you for all.
We are 3 queens whose sovereigns fell before the wrath of cruel Creon, who endured the beaks of ravens, the talons of the kites, and pecks of crows in the foul fields of Thebes. He will not suffer us to burn their bones, to earn their ashes, but infects the winds with stench of our slain lords. Oh, pity, Duke, thou purger of the earth, draw thy feared sword, which does good turn to the world. Give us the bones of our dead kings that we may chapel them.
No knees, none. I have heard the fortunes of your dead lords, which gives me such lamenting as wakes my vengeance and revenge for them.
Oh, I pray some God hath put his mercy in your manhood, whereto he'll infuse power and press you forth our undertaker.
No knees, none, widow, unto the helmet of Bellona use them to pray for me, your soldier, troubled I am.
Honored Hippolyta, most dreaded Amazonian, soldieress that canst equally poise sternness with pity, whom I now know has more power on him than he ever had on me, who owns his strength and his love too, who is a servant to the tenor of thy speech, dear glass of ladies, bid him that we, whom flaming war hath scorched, under the shadow of his sword may cool us. Require him advance it over our heads. Speak to him in a woman's key, as such a woman as any of us 3. Weep ere you fail. Lend us your knee.
Poor lady, say no more. I had as lief trace this good action with you as that whereto I am going, and never yet went I so willing way. My lord is taken heart deep with your distresses. Let him consider. I'll speak anon.
Well, my petition was set down in ice, which by hot grief uncandied melts into drops, so sorrow wanting form is pressed with deeper matter.
Pray you, stand up. Your grief is written in your cheek.
Oh, whoa, you cannot read it there. There through my tears like wrinkled pebbles in a glassy stream you may behold them. Lady, alack, extremity which sharpens sundry wits makes me a fool.
Pray you, say nothing. Pray you. Being a natural sister of our sex, your sorrow beats so ardently upon me that it shall make a counter-reflect against my brother's heart and warm it to some pity, though it were made of stone. Pray, have good comfort.
Forward to the temple, leave not a jot of the sacred ceremony.
Oh, this celebration will long last and be more costly than your suppliants' war. Oh, think, dear Duke, think what beds our slain kings have.
What griefs are beds that our dear lords have none?
None fit for the dead. They that with cords, knives, drams, precipitants, weary of this world's light, have to themselves been death's most horrid agents. Human grace affords them dust and shadow.
But our lord's light blistering for the visitating sun, and more good Kinsmen live.
Yes, that is true, and I will give you comfort to give your dead lords graves. The what's to do must make some work with Creon.
And that work presents itself to the doing. Now 'twill take form. The heats are gone tomorrow. Then bootless toil must recompense itself with its own sweat. Now he is secure. Not dreams we stand before your puissance, wrenching our holy begging in our eyes to make petition clear.
Now you may take him, drunk with his victory.
Good ladies! This is a service unto where I'm going greater than any war. It more imports me than any action I have forgot or futurely can cope.
Though, much unlike you should be so transported, as much sorry I should be such a suitor, yet I think did I not by the abstaining of my joy which breeds a deeper longing, cure their servant, which craves a present of medicine, I should pluck all lady scandals on me. Therefore, sir, heroic this business we are going about, and hang your shield aboard your heart about that neck which is my fee, and which I freely lend to do these poor queen's service.
If you grant not my sister her petition in that force, with that celerity and nature which she makes it in, henceforth I'll not dare to ask you anything, nor be so hardy ever to take a husband.
Pray thee stand. I am entreating myself to do that which you kneel to have me. Berthus, lead the bride on, get you, and pray to the gods for our success and return. Omit not anything of the pretended celebration. Queens, follow your soldier. Although our theme be haste, I press this kiss upon thy curved lips. Keep it as my token. Set you forward, I'll see you gone. Farewell, dear sister. Berthus, keep the feast full. Bait not an hour on.
Sir, I'll follow you at heels. The feast solemnity shall want till you return.
I charge thee, budge not from Athens. We shall be returning ere you can end this feast, of which I pray thee, make no abatement. Once more, farewell.
Thus dost thou still make good the tongue of the world.
An earnest deity equal with Mars.
If not above him, for thou being but mortal, makest affections bend to godlike honors. They themselves, some say, groan under such a mastery.
As we are men, thus we should do. Being sensually subdued, we lose our human title. Take cheer, ladies. We turn now towards your comforts.
Act 1, Scene 2. Thebes, outside Creon's palace.
Dear Palamon, dearer in love than blood, and our prime cousin, yet unhardened in the crimes of nature, let us leave the city Thebes and the tempting inns before we further sully our gloss of youth.
Your advice is cried up with example. What strange ruin since first we went to school made me perceive walking in Thebes? Scars and bare weeds, the gain of the martialist who did propound to his bold ends honor and golden ingots, which, though he won, he had not, and now flirted by peace for whom he fought? Who then shall offer to Mars this so scorned altar? I do bleed when such I meet and wish great Juno would resume her ancient bit of work to get the soldier work, that peace might purge for her repletion and retain anew her charitable heart, now hard and harsher than strife for war could be.
Are you not out? meet you no ruin, but the soldier in the cranks and turns of Thebes. You did begin as if you met decays of many kinds. Perceive you none that do arouse your pity, but the unconsidered soldier?
Yes, I pity decays where'er I find them, but such most that, sweating in an honorable toil, are paid with ice to cool.
'Tis not this I did begin to speak of. This is a virtue of no respect in thieves. I spake of thieves. How dangerous! If we will keep our honors, it is for our residing, where every evil hath a good color, where every seeming good's a certain evil. We're not to be in jump as they are here. We're to be strangers, and such things to be, mere monsters.
'Tis in our power, unless we fear that apes can tutor us, to be masters of our manners. What need I affect another's gait, which is not catching where there is faith, or to be fond upon another's way of speech, when by mine own I may be reasonably conceived, saved too, speaking it truly. Either I am the forehorse of the team, or I am none that draw the sequent trace. These poor slight sores need not a plantain, that which rips my bosom almost to the heart.
Our uncle, Creon?
He! A most unbounded tyrant whose successes makes heaven unfeared and villainy assured beyond its power, there's nothing. Almost puts faith in a fever and defies alone valuable chance. Who only attributes the faculties of other instruments to his own nerves and act. Commands men's service and what they win in's boot and glory. One that fears not to do harm, good dares not. Let the blood of mine that sipped to him be sucked from me with leeches. Let them break and fall off me with that corruption.
Clear spirited cousin! Let's leave his court, that we may nothing share of his loud infamy. For our milk will relish of the pasture, and we must be vile or disobedient, not his kinsmen in blood, unless in quality.
Nothing truer. I think the echoes of his shames have deafened the ears of heavenly justice. Widows' cries descend again unto their throats, and have not due audience of the gods. Valerius!
The king calls on you! Yet be leaden-footed until his great rage be off of him!
Small winds shake him. But what's the matter?
Theseus, where whom all faults up here hath waged deadly defiance on him and pronounces the ruin of Thebes, who is at hand to seal the promise of his wrath.
Let him approach, but that we fear the gods in him. He brings not a jot of terror to us. Yet what man thirds his own worth? The case is each of ours when that his actions drag, and mind assured 'tis bad he goes about.
Leave that unreasoned. Our services stand now for Thebes, not Creon. Yet to be neutral to him were dishonor, rebellious to oppose. Therefore we must with him stand to the mercy of our fate, who hath bounded our last minute.
So we must. Is said this war's afoot, or shall it be on fail of some condition?
'Tis in motion. The intelligence of state came in hand with the defier.
Let's to the king. Who were he a quarter carrier of that honor which his enemy come in, the blood we venture should be as for our health, which are not spent, rather laid out for purchase. But alas, our hands advance before our hearts. What will the fall of the stroke do damage?
Let the event, that never-erring arbitrator, tell us when we know all ourselves, and let us follow the becking of our chance.
Act 1, Scene 3, at the gates of Athens.
No further!
Sir, farewell. Repeat my wishes to our good lord, whose success I dare not make any timorous question. Yet I wish him excess and overflow of power. And it might be to door ill-dealing fortune. Speed to him. Store never hurt good governors.
Though I know his ocean needs not my poor drops, yet they must yield their tribute there. My precious maid. Those best affections that the heavens infuse in their best-tempered pieces keep enthroned in your dear heart.
Thanks, sir. Remember me to our all-royal brother, for whose speed to the great Bellona I'll solicit. And since in our terrene state petitions are not without gifts understood, I'll offer to her what I shall be advised she likes. Our hearts are in his army, in his tent.
In his bosom. We have been soldiers and we cannot win. When our friends don their helms or put to sea, or tell of babes broached on the lands, or women that have sawed their infants in the brine they have wept at killing them and after ate them, then if you stay to see of us such spinsters, we should hold you here forever.
Peace be with you as I pursue this war, which shall be then beyond further requiring.
How his longing follows his friend. Since 'tis to part. His sports, though craving seriousness and skill, passed slightly his careless execution, where nor gain made him regard, nor loss consider, but playing one business in his hand, another directing in his head, his mind nurse equal to these so differing twins. Have you observed him since our great lord departed?
With much labor, and I did love him for it. They too have cabined in many a dangerous as poor a corner, peril and want contending, and they have skiffed torrents whose roaring tyranny and power in the least of these was dreadful, and they have sought out together where death's self was lodged, and yet fate had brought them off. Their knot of love, tied, weaved, entangled with so true, so long, and with a finger so deep a cunning, may be outworn, never undone. I think Theseus cannot be umpire to himself, cleaving his conscience into twain and doing each side like justice, which he loves best.
Doubtless there is a best, and reason has no manners to say it is not you. I was acquainted once with a time when I enjoyed a playfellow. You were at wars when she the grave enriched, who made too proud the bed, took leave of the moon, which then looked pale at parting, when our count was each 11.
'Twas Lavinia.
Yes, you talk of Pirithous and Theseus's love, which has more ground, is more maturely seasoned, more buckled with strong judgment, and their needs, the one or the other, may be said to water their intertangled roots of love. But I and she, I sigh and spoke of, were things innocent, loved for we did, and like the elements that know not what nor why, yet do affect rare issues by their operance, our souls did so to one another. What she liked was then of me approved, what not condemned, no more arraignment on my head, no toy, but was her pattern. Her affections, pretty though happily her careless wear, I followed from my most serious decking. Had mine ear stolen some new air, or at adventure hummed one from musical coinage, why it was a note whereon her spirits would sojourn, rather dwell on and sing it in her slumbers. This rehearsal, which every innocent wots well, comes in like old Importment's bastard has this end, that the true love between maid and maid may be more than in sex individual. Ha!
You are out of breath, and this high-speeded pace is but to say that you shall never, like the maid Lavinia, love any that's called man.
I am sure I shall not. Ha!
Now, alack, weak sister, I must no more believe thee in this point, though in it I know thou dost believe thyself, that I would trust a sickly appetite that loathes even as it longs. But sure, my sister, if I were ripe for your persuasion, you have said enough to shake me from the arms of the all-noble Theseus, for whose fortunes I will now in and kneel with great assurance that we, more than his Pirithous, possess the high throne in his heart.
I am not against your faith, yet I continue mine.
Act 1, Scene 4. After the war. To thee no star be dark. Heaven and earth friend thee forever.
All the good that may be wished upon thy head, I cry amen to it.
The impartial gods, who from their mounted heavens view us, the mortal herd, behold who err, and in their time chastise. Go, find out the bones of your dead lords, and honor them with trouble ceremony. Rather than a gap be in their dear rights, we would supply it. But those we would depute, we shall invest thee in their dignitaries, and even each thing which our haste does leave it perfect. And so, adieu, and heaven's good eyes look on.
Urns and odors bring away. Vapor sighs darken the day.
Our dole more deadly looks than dying.
Bombs and gums and heavy cheers. Sacred vials filled with tears.
And clamors through the wild air flying.
Come, all sad and solemn shows. These are dark-eyed pleasure's foes.
We convent not else but woes.
We convent not else but woes.
This funeral path brings to your household grave. Joy sees on you again. Peace, sleep with him.
And this to yours. Yours this way. Heavens lend 1,000 differing ways to one sure end.
This world's a city full of straying streets, and death the marketplace where each one meets.
What are those?
Men of great quality, as may be judged by their appointment. Some of Thebes have told us they are sisters' children, nephews to the king.
By the helm of Mars, I did see them in war, like a pair of lions smeared with prey, make lanes in troops of gas. I fixed my note constantly on them, for they were a mark with a God's view. What's the prisoner told me when I inquired their names?
I believe they're called Arcite and Palamon.
Yes, 'tis those. Are they not dead?
Nor in a state of life. Had they been taken when their last hurts were given, they might have been recovered, yet still they breathe and have the name of men.
Well then let men use them. The very leaves of such millions of race exceed the wine of others. All our best surgeons confident on their behoof. Rather than niggard with the bombs, don't waste any of them. Rather than have them in their morning state free from this plight, I would rather them dead, but 40,000-fold I'd rather have them prisoner to us than to death. All our surgeons confident on their behoof, like I said. Now, lead on into the city, where, having found things scattered, I will post to Athens for our army.
Act 2, Scene 1! The prison!
I may depart with little while I live. Something I may cast you, not much. Alas, the prison I keep, though it be for great ones, yet they seldom come. Before one salmon you must take a number of minnows. Mary, what I have, I will assure upon my daughter at the day of my death.
Sir, I demand no more than your own offer, and I will estate your daughter in what I have promised.
But have you a full promise of her? When that shall be seen, I tender my consent.
Yes, I have, sir. Here she comes.
Ah, your friend and I just chanced to name you here upon the old business. But no more of that now. In the meantime, look tenderly to the two prisoners. I can tell you they are princes.
'Tis pity they are in prison, and for pity they should be out of it. I do think they have patience to make any affliction ashamed. The prison itself is proud of them, and they have all the world in their chamber.
And they are famed to be a pair of absolute men.
By my troth, I think fame but stammers them. They stand to grease about the reach of report.
I heard them reported in battle to be the only doers.
Nay, most likely, for they are noble sufferers. They enforce a freedom out of bondage, make misery their mirth, and affliction a toy to jest at.
Do they so?
It seems to me they have no more sense of their captivity than I of ruling Athens. They eat well, look merrily, discourse of many things, but nothing of their own restraint and disasters. Yet sometime a divided sigh will break from one of them, martyred as for in the deliverance, and the other presently gives it so sweet a rebuke that I might wish myself to be a sigh to be so chid, or at least a sire to be comforted.
I never saw him.
So the Duke himself came privately in the night. The reason of it I know not yet. Ah, look, yonder they are. That's Arcite looks out.
No, sir, no. That's Palamon. Arcite is the lower of the twain. You may perceive a part of him.
Go to, leave your pointing. They would not make us their object. Out of their sight.
'Tis a holiday to look on 'em. Lord, the difference of men.
Act 2, Scene 2, inside the prison cell.
How do you, noble cousin?
How do you, sir?
Why, strong enough to laugh at misery and bear the chance of war. Yet we are prisoners, I fear, forever, cousin.
I do believe it, and to that destiny have patiently laid up my hour to come.
Cousin Arcite, where is Thebes now? Where is our noble country? Where are our friends and kindreds? Oh, nevermore shall we two exercise like twins of honor our arms again and feel our fiery horses like proud seas under us. Our good swords now, better the red-eyed god of war ne'er war, ravished our sides, like age must run to rust and deck the temples of those gods that hate us. These hands shall never draw out like lightning to blast whole armies more.
No, Palamon, those hopes are prisoners with us. Here we are, and here the graces of our youths must wither like a too timely spring. Here age must find us, and which is heaviest, Palamon, unmarried. The sweet embraces of a loving wife, loaded with kisses, armed with 1,000 cupids, shall never clasp our necks. No issue know us. No figures of ourselves shall we e'er see to glad our age, and like young eagles teach them boldly to gaze against bright arms and say, remember what your fathers were, and conquer! The fair-eyed maids will weep their banishments, our banishments, and in their songs curse ever-blinded fortune, till she for shame see the wrong she hath done to youth and nature. This is all our world.
'Tis too true, our sight. No more.
Yet, cousin, even from the bottom of these miseries, I see two comforts rising, two mere blessings, if the gods please, to hold here a brave patience and the enjoying of our griefs together. Whilst Palamon is with me, let me perish if I think this our prison.
Certainly. 'Tis a main goodness, cousin, that our fortunes were twinned together. 'Tis most true. Two souls put in two noble bodies, let them suffer the gall of hazard so they grow together will never sink. They must not say they could.
Shall we make worthy uses of this place that men hate so much?
How gentle, cousin!
Let us think this prison holy sanctuary! To keep us from corruption of worse men. We are young, and yet desire the ways of honor, that liberty and common conversation, the poison of pure spirits, might, like women, woo us to wander from. What worthy blessing can be but that our imaginations may make it ours? And here, being thus together, we are an endless mind to one another. We are one another's wife. Ever begetting new birds of love. We are father, friends, acquaintance. We are in one another's family. I am your heir and you are mine. This place, our inheritance. No hard oppressor dare take this from us. Here, with a little patience, we may live long and loving, and no serpent seek us. The hand of war hurts none here, nor the seas swallow their youth. Were we at liberty, a wife might part us lawfully, or business, quarrels consume us. Envy of ill men crave our acquaintance. I might sicken, cousin, where you should never know it, and so perish without your noble hand to close mine eyes or prayers to the gods. 1,000 chances where we from hence would sever us.
You have made me. I thank you, cousin Arcite, almost wanton for my captivity. What a misery it is to live abroad and everywhere. 'Tis like a beast, methinks. I find the court here, I am sure, a more content, and all those pleasures that woo the wills of men to vanity I see through now, and am sufficient to tell the world 'tis but a gaudy shadow that old time as he passes by takes with him. What had we been? Old in the court of Creon? Where sin is justice, lust and ignorance the virtues of the great ones. Oh, cousin Arcite, had not the loving gods found this place for us, we'd have died as they do, ill old men unwept, and have their epitaphs, the people's curses. Shall I say more?
I would hear you still.
Ye shall. Is there record of any two that loved better than we do, Arcite?
Sure there cannot.
I do not think it possible our friendship should ever live.
Till our deaths it cannot. And after death our spirits shall be led to those that love eternally. Speak on, sir.
This garden has a world of pleasures in it. What flower is this?
'Tis called Narcissus, madame.
Thou were a fair boy, certain, but a fool to love himself. Were there not maids enough?
Hey, forward.
Yes.
Or were they all hard-hearted?
They could not be to one so fair.
Oh, thou wouldst not?
I should think not, madame.
Ah, that's a good wench. Take heed to your kindness, though.
Why, good madame?
Men are mad things.
Will you go forward, cousin?
Canst not thou work such flowers into silk, wench?
Yes, good madame.
I'll have a gown full of them. And these. 'Tis a pretty color. Wilt not do rarely upon a skirt, wench?
Oh, dainty madame.
Cousin, why, how do you, sir?
Oh, never till now was I in prison, Arcite.
Why, what's the matter, man?
Behold and wonder, by heaven, she is a goddess. Due reference She is a goddess, Arcite.
Of all flowers, methinks a rose is best.
Why, gentle madame?
It is the very emblem of a maid. For when the west wind courts her gently, how modestly she blows, and paints the sun with her chaste blushes. When the north comes near her, rude and impatient, then, like chastity, she locks her beauties in her bud again, and leaves him to base briars.
And yet, good madame, sometimes her modesty will blow so far she'll fall for it. A maid, if she have any honor, would be loath to take example from her.
Thou art wanted.
She is wondrous fair.
She is all the beauty extant.
So the sun grows high. Let's walk in, keep these flowers. We'll see how near art can come near their colors. I am wondrous merry-hearted.
I could laugh now. I could lie down, I am sure.
And take one with you?
It is as we bargained, madame.
Well, agree then.
Oh, what think you of this beauty?
Tis a rare one.
It's but a rare one.
Yes, a matchless beauty.
Might not a man will lose himself and love her?
Oh, I cannot tell what you have done. I have beshrew mine eyes for it. Now I feel my shackle.
You love her then?
Who would not?
And desire her?
Before my liberty.
I saw her first.
That's nothing.
No, but it shall be.
I saw her too.
Yes, but you must not love her.
I will not, as you do, to worship her as she is heavenly and a blessed goddess. I love her as a woman, to enjoy her, so both may love.
Oh, you shall not love at all.
Oh, not love at all. Who shall deny me?
I that first saw her. I that took possession first with my eye of all those beauties in her revealed to mankind. If thou lovest her, or entertainst a hope to blast my wishes, thou art a traitor, Arcite, and a fellow as false as thy title to her. Friendship, blood, and all the ties between us I disclaim, if thou once think upon her.
Yes, I love her, and if the lives of all my name lay on it, I must do so. I love her with all my soul. If that will lose ye, farewell, Palamon. I say again, I love, and in loving her, maintain I am as worthy and as free a lover, and have as just a title to her beauty as any Palamon, or any living that's a man's son.
Oh, have I called thee friend?
Yes, and have found me so. Why are you moved thus? Let me deal coldly with you. Am I not part of your blood, part of your soul? You have told me I was Palamon and you are Arcite.
Yes.
Am I not then liable to those same affections, those joys, griefs, angers, fears my friend shall suffer?
Ye may be.
Why then would you deal so cunningly, so strangely, so unlike a noble kinsman to live alone? Speak truly. Do you think me unworthy of her sight?
No, but unjust that thou pursue that sight.
Because another first sees the enemy, shall I stand still and let mine honor down and never charge?
Yes, if he be but one.
But say that one had rather combat me.
Let that one say so and use thy freedom. Else, if thou pursuest her, be as that cursed man who hates his country, a branded villain.
You are mad.
Oh, I must be. Till thou art worthy, Arcite, it concerns me. And in this madness, if I hazard thee and take thy life, I deal but truly.
Fie, sir! You play the child extremely. I will love her. I must. I ought to do so, and I dare. And all this justly.
Oh, that now thy false self and thy friend have but this fortune to be 1 hour at liberty and grasp our good swords in our hand. I would quickly teach thee what twere to filch affection from another. Thou art baser than a cut purse. Put but thy head out of this window more, and as I have a soul, I'll nail thy life to it.
If put my head out, thou darest not, thou canst not, thou art feeble. Put my head out, I'll throw my body out and leave the garden when I see her next, and pitch between her arms to anger thee.
No more, the keeper's coming. I shall live to knock thy brains out with my shackle.
Oh, do!
By your leave, gentlemen.
Now, honest keeper?
Lord Arcite, you must presently to the Duke, the cause I know not yet.
I am ready, keeper!
Palamon, I must awhile bereave you of your fair cousin's company.
And me too, even when you please of life. Why is he sent for? And maybe he shall marry her. He's goodly, And like enough the Duke hath taken notice both of his blood and body, but his falsehood. Why should a friend be treacherous if that get him a wife so noble and so fair? Let honest men ne'er love again. Oh, once more I would but see this fair one. Blessed garden and fruit and flowers, the more blessed, still blossom as her bright eyes shine on ye. Would I were for all the fortune of my life hereafter, yon little tree, yon blooming apricot, how I would spread and fling my wanton arms in at her window. I would bring her fruit fit for the gods to feed on. I would make her so near the gods and nature they should fear her. And then I am sure she would love me. How now, keeper, where's our sight?
Banished. Prince Pirithous obtained his liberty, but nevermore upon his oath in life must he set foot in this kingdom.
He's a blessed man. He shall see Thebes again and call to arms the bold young men that when he bids them charge, fall on like fire. Our sight shall have a fortune if he dare make himself a worthy lover. Yet in the field to strike a battle for her, and if he lose her then, he's a cold coward. Were I at liberty, I would do things of such a virtuous greatness that this lady, this blushing virgin, should take manhood to her and seek to ravish me.
My lord, for you I have this charge too.
To discharge my life?
No, but from this place to remove your lordship. The windows are too open.
Oh, devils take them that are so envious to me. Prithee, kill me.
And hang for it afterward.
By this good light, had I a sword, I'd kill thee.
Why, my lord?
Thou bring'st such pelting, scurvy news continually. Thou art not worthy life. I will not go.
Indeed you must, my lord.
May I see the garden?
No.
Oh, then I am resolved, I will not go.
I must constrain you then. And for your dangerous, I'll clap more irons on you.
Oh, do, good keeper. I'll shake him so ye shall not sleep. I'll make ye a new Morris. Must I go?
There is no remedy.
Farewell, kind window. May rude wind never hurt thee. Oh, my lady, if ever thou hast felt what sorrow was, dream now how I suffer. Oh, come now, bury me.
Act 2, Scene 3, the countryside.
Banish the kingdom? Oh, 'tis a benefit! A mercy I must thank them for, but banish the free enjoying of that face I die for. Oh! 'Twas a studied punishment, a death beyond imagination. Palamon, thou hast the start now. Thou shalt stay and see her bright eyes break each morning 'gainst thy window, and let in life into thee. Thou shalt feed on the sweetness of a noble beauty that nature ne'er exceeded, nor ne'er shall. Good gods, what happiness has Palamon! 20 to 1, he will come to speak to her, and if she be as gentle as she's fair, I know she's his. He has a tongue, will tame tempests and make the wild rocks wanton. Come what can come, the worst is death. I will not leave the kingdom. I know mine own is but a heap of ruins and no redress there. If I go, he has her. I am resolved. Another shape shall make me. Or end my fortunes. Either way, I am happy. I will see her and be near her, or no more.
My friend, I'll be there, that's certain.
And I! Do we all get slaying?
What's Taylor?
Why the dainty dominate a schoolmaster? Will he keep touch, do you think? Or he does know all you know?
You lead a hornbook ere he failed. Go to. The matter's too far driven twixt him and the tanner's daughter to let slip now, and she must see the Duke, and she must dance too. We'll go see the sport, then every man to his tackle. And sweet companion, let's rehearse by any means, and God knows what may come on't.
Content, the sport's once ended, and we'll perform! Away, friend.
Hold.
By your leaves, honest friends, pray you, whither go you?
Whither? What a question's that?
Yes, 'tis a question to me that know not.
Why, to the games, my friend.
Where were you bred?
Not far, friend. Are there such games today?
Aye, Mary, are there?
Ah.
And such as you've never seen. The Duke himself will be in person there.
What pastimes are they?
Why, wrestling and running. 'Tis a pretty fellow.
Thou wilt not come along?
Not yet, friend.
Well, sir, take your own time. Come, friend.
This is an offered opportunity I durst not wish for. Oh, well, I could have wrestled. The best men called it excellent. And run? Oh, swifter than wind upon a field of corn, curling the wealthy ears ne'er flew. I'll venture, and in some pearl disguise, be there. There. Who knows whether my brows may be girt with garland, and happiness prefer me to a place where I may ever dwell in sight of her. Whew.
Act 2, Scene 4.
The prison! Why should I love this gentleman? 'Tis odd he'll never affect me. I am base, my father the mean-keeper of his prison, and he a prince! Oh, to marry him is hopeless. To be his whore is witless. Out upon it! Oh, what pushes our wenches driven to when 15 once has found us? First, I saw him, and I seeing thought he was a goodly man. He has as much to please a woman in him, if he please to bestow it so, as ere these eyes yet looked on. Next I pitied him, and so would any young wench of my conscience that ever dreamed or vowed her maidenhead to a young, handsome man. Then I loved him, extremely loved him, infinitely loved him! And yet, he had a cousin, fair is he too. But in my heart was Palamon, and there, Lord, what a coil he keeps! To hear him sing in the evening, oh, what a heaven it is! And yet his songs are sad ones. Fairer spoken was never gentleman. When I come in to bring him water in the morning, first he bows his noble body, then salutes me thus. Fair, noble maid, good morrow. May thy goodness get thee a happy husband. Once, he kissed me. I loved my lips the better 10 days after, when he would do so every day. Oh. He grieves much, and me as much to see his misery. What should I do to make him know I love him? For I would fain enjoy him. Say I ventured to set him free. What says the law then? Thus much for law and kindred. I will do it. And this night, ere tomorrow, he will love me.
Oh. Act 2, Scene 5, the arena.
You have done worthily. No, not since Hercules have I seen a man of tougher sinews. Whate'er you are, you run the best and wrestle that this time can allow.
I am proud to please you.
What country bred you?
This, but far off, Duke.
Are you a gentleman?
My father said so, and to those gentle uses gave me life.
Are you his heir?
His youngest.
Well, your father sure is a happy sire then. What proves you?
A little of all noble qualities. I could have kept a hawk. Well, I could have hallooed to a deep cry of dogs. I dare not praise my feat in horsemanship, but those that knew me said it was my best piece. Last and greatest, I would be thought a soldier.
You are perfect.
Upon my soul, a proper man.
How do you like him, lady? I admire him. I've not seen a man so young, so noble, if he say true of his sort.
Who believe his mother was a wondrous handsome woman? His face, methinks, goes that way.
But his body and his fiery mind illustrate a brave father.
Mark how his virtue, like a hidden sun, breaks through his baser garments.
He's well got sure.
What made you seek this place, sir?
Noble Theseus, to purchase name and do my ablest service to such a well-found wonder as thy worth. For only in thy world, thy kingdom of all the world, dwells fair-eyed honor.
All his words are worthy.
We are much indebted, sir, to your travels, nor shall you lose your wish. Pirithous, dispose of this fair gentleman.
Thanks, Theseus. Whatever you are, you're mine, and I shall give you to a most noble service. To this lady, this bright young virgin, pray observe her goodness, sir. You have honored her fair birthday with your virtues, and as your due, you're hers. Kiss her fair hand, sir.
Sir, you're a noble giver. Dearest beauty, thus let me seal my vowed faith. When your most unworthy creature, your servant, but offends you, command him die, he shall.
That were too cruel. If you deserve well, I shall soon see it. You're mine, and somewhat better than your rank, I'll use you.
I shall see you furnished, and as you say are a horseman, I must needs entreat you this afternoon to ride, but 'tis a rough one.
I shall like him better that I then shall not freeze in my saddle.
Sweet, you must be ready, and you, Amelia, and you, Fred, and all, tomorrow, by the sun, to do observance to Flowery May in Dian's Wood. Wait well, sir, upon your mistress. Emily, see that he does not go afoot.
Well, that were a shame, sir, while I have horses.
Whoa.
Take your choice. And what you want at any time, let me but know it. If you serve faithfully, I dare assure you, you will find a loving mistress.
If I do not, let me find that my father ever hated disgrace and blows.
Lead the way, sir, you have won it. So it shall be. You receive all dues fit for the honor you have won to wrong else. Sister, beshrew my heart, but you have a servant that, were I a woman, would be master, but you are wise.
I hope too wise for that, sir. Act 2, Scene 6, the prison.
Let all the dukes and all the devils roar! He is at liberty! I have ventured for him, and out I have brought him to a little wood. A mile hence I have sent him, where cedar, higher than all the rest, spreads like a plain fast by a brook, and there he shall keep close till I provide him files and food. For yet his iron bracelets are not off. Love, what a stout-hearted child thou art! My father durst better have endured cold iron than done it. I love him. Beyond love, beyond reason or wit or safety. I have made him know it. I care not. I am desperate. If the law find me, and then condemn me for it, some wenches, some honest-hearted maids, shall sing my dirge, and tell to memory my death was noble, dying almost a martyr. Oh, that way he takes, I purpose, is my way too. Sure he cannot be so unmanly as to leave me here. If he do, maids will not so easily trust men again. And yet, he has not thanked me for what I have done. No, not so much as kissed me, and that methinks is not so well. Nor scarcely could I persuade him to become a free man. He made such scruples of the wrongs he did to me and to my father. Yet I hope, when he considers more, this love of mine shall take more root within him. Let him do what he will with me, so he use me kindly. For use me he shall, or I'll proclaim him, and to his face, no a man. I'll presently provide him necessaries, pack my clothes up, and where there's a path of ground I'll venture, so he be with me. By him like a shadow I'll e'er dwell. Within this hour the hubbub is all o'er the prison. I am then kissing the man they look for. Farewell, father. Give many more such prisoners and such daughters, and shortly you may keep yourself. Now, to him.
The entirety of Act 3, The Forest.
The Duke has lost Hippolyta. Each took a several land. This is a solemn right they owe to bloomed May, and the Athenians pay it to the heart of the ceremony. O Queen Amelia, fresher than May, tell me, O Lady Fortune, next after Emily, my sovereign, how far I may be proud. She takes strong note of me, hath made me near her, and this beauteous morn, primest of all the year, presents me with a brace of horses. 2 such steeds might well be by a pair of kings backed, in a field their crowns titles tried. Alas, alas, poor cousin Palamon, poor prisoner, thou so little dreamst upon my fortunes, thou thinkst thyself the happier thing to be so near Emilia. Me thou deemst in Thebes, and therein wretched, although free. But if thou knewst, my mistress breathed on me, that I eared her language, lived in her eye, oh, cuz, what passion would enclose thee?
Traitor kinsman! Thou shouldst perceive my passion. If these signs of imprisonment were off me, and this hand but owner of a sword, by all oaths in one eye, and the justice of my love would make thee a confessed traitor. O thou most perfidious that ever gently looked, the voidst of honor that e'er bore gentle token, falsest cousin that ever blood made kin, call'st thou her thine? Oh, I'll prove it in these shackles with my hands, void of appointment that thou liest, and art a very thief in love, a chaffy lord, not worth the name of villain. Had I a sword in these house clogs of
Dear cousin Palamon!
Cousin or Arcite, give me language such as thou hast showed me feet.
'Tis your passion that thus mistakes, the which to you being enemy cannot to me be kind. Honor and honesty I cherish and depend on. Howsoe'er you skip them in me, and which them fair cause, I'll maintain my proceedings. Pray, be pleased to show in generous terms your grief, since that your questions with your equal, who now professes to clear his way with mind and sword of a true gentleman.
That thou durst, Arcite.
My cuz, you have been well advertised how much I dare. You have seen me use my sword against the advice of fear. Sure, of another you would not hear me doubted, but your silence should break out, though in the sanctuary.
Sir, I have seen you move in such a place which well might justify your manhood. You were called a good knight and a bold, but the whole week's not fair if any day it rained. Their valiant temper men lose when they incline to treachery, and then they fight like compelled bears would fly were they not tied.
Kinsman, you might as well speak this and act it in your glass as to his ear which now disdains you.
Come up to me. Quit me of these cold jives. Give me a sword, though it be rusty, and the charity of one meal lend me. Come before me then, a good sword in thy hand, and do but say that Emily is thine. I will forgive the trespass thou hast done me, yea, my life, if then thou carry it. And brave souls and shades that have died manly, which will seek of me some news from earth, they shall get none but this, that thou art brave and noble.
Be content! Again beget you to your hawthorn house. With counsel of the night I will be here with wholesome viands. These impediments will I file off. You shall have garments and perfumes to kill the smell of the prison. After, when you shall stretch yourself and say, but Arcite, I am in plight, there shall be at your choice both sword and armor.
Oh, Arcite, Oh, you heavens. Dares any so bold bear a guilty business? None but only Arcite, for none but Arcite in this kind is so bold.
Great Palamon!
I do embrace you in your offer. For your offer to it I only serve. Your person without hypocrisy I may not wish more than my sword's edge on't.
Hark, sir, they call the scattered to the banquet. You must guess. I have an office there.
With this one word, you are going now to gaze upon my mistress, for note you mine she is.
Nay!
Nay, pray you! You talk of feeding me to breed me strength. You are going now to look upon a sun that strengthens when it looks on. There, you have advantage o'er me, but enjoy it till I may enforce my remedy. Farewell.
Why may it not be that they have made prey of him? He has no weapons, he cannot run. The jingling of his jars might call fell things to listen that have a sense in them. To know a man unarmed and can smell where resistance is. I'll set it down. He's torn to pieces. Oh! They hauled many together and then they fed on him. No more of that then. Be bold to ring the bell. How stand I then? All charred when he is gone. No, I lie. My father's to be hanged for his escape, myself to beg if I prize life so much as to deny my act, but that I would not, should I try death by dozens. I am moped. Food took I none these 2 days, sipped some water. I have not closed my eyes, save when their lids scoured off their brine. Oh, alas, dissolve my life. Let not my sense unsettle, lest I should drown, or stab, or hang myself. Oh, state of nature, fail together in me since I best prosper. What? Which way now? The best way is the next way to a grave. Each errant step beside is torment. Oh no! The moon is down. The crickets chirp. The screech owl calls in the dawn. All offices are done, save what I fail in. But the point is this, an end, and that is all.
I should be near the place. Oh, Cousin Palamon!
Arcite?
The same. Come forth and fear not. Here's no Theseus.
Nor none so honest, Arcite.
That's no matter. We'll argue that hereafter. Come, take courage. You shall not die thus, beastly. Here, sir, drink. I know you are faint. Then I'll talk further with you.
Arcite, thou mightst now poison me.
I might, but I must fear you first. Sit down and good you now. No more of these vain parleys. Let us not, having our ancient reputation with us, make talk for fools and cowards. To your health, cuz.
Do.
Wait. Sit down and pray you. No. Let me entreat you by all the honesty and honor in you, no mention of this woman. 'Twill disturb us. We shall have time enough.
Well, sir, I'll pledge you.
Drink a good hearty dram. It breeds good blood, man. Do not you feel it thaw you?
Oh, stay. I'll tell you after a draft or two more.
Spare it not. The Duke has more, cuz. Eat now.
Oh, yes.
I am glad to see you have so good a stomach.
I'm gladder to have so good meat to it.
Oh, is not mad lodging here in the wild woods, cousin?
Yes, for them that have wild consciences.
How taste your victuals? Your hunger needs no sauce, I see.
Not much, but if it did, yours is too tart, sweet cousin. What is this?
Venison.
No, 'tis a lusty meat. Here, give me more wine. Here our sight to to the wenches we have known in our days.
The Lord Steward's daughter. Do you remember her?
After you, cuz.
Oh, she loved a black-haired man.
She did so. Well, sir.
Oh, and I have heard some call him our sight. And
Out with faith.
She met him in an arbor. Ooh. Oh, what did she there, cuz, huh? Play of the virginals?
Some things she did, sir.
Made her groan a month for it? Or 2 or 3 or 10?
Oh, the marshal's sister had her fair share, too, if I recall, else there be tales abroad. You'll pledge her?
Yes.
A pretty brown wench, 'tis. There was a time when men went a hunting in a wood, and a broad beach, and thereby hangs a tale.
For Emily, upon my life. Fool, away with this strained mirth. I say again, that sigh was breathed for Emily. Base cousin, darest thou break first?
You are wise.
By heaven and earth, there is nothing in thee honest.
Then I'll leave you. You are a beast now.
As thou makest me, traitor.
There's all things needful. Files and shirts and perfumes. I'll come again some 2 hours hence and bring that shall quiet all.
A sword and armor.
Fear me not. You are now too foul. Farewell. Get off your trinkets. You shall want not.
Sirrah.
I'll hear no more.
If he keeps touch, he dies for it.
I am very cold. And all the stars are out too. The little stars and all that look like aglets. The sun has seen my folly. Hey, Palamon? Oh! Alas, no. He is in heaven. Where am I then? Yonder's the sea! And there's a ship! Look how it tumbles to come! And there's a rock lies watching underwater. Oh, now it beats upon it! Now! There's a leak sprung, a sound one. Oh, how they cry! Open her up before the wind! You'll lose all else! Up with the cords or two! Talk about, boys! Good night. Good night. You're gone. I'm very hungry. Would I could find a fine He would tell me news of all parts of the world. Then would I make a carrack of a cockle shell and sail east by northeast to the king of the pygmies. For he tells fortunes rarely. Now my father, 20 to 1, he's dressed up in a trice. Tomorrow morning, I'll never speak a word. And I shall cut my green coat a foot above my knee, and I shall clip my yellow locks an inch below my knee. Hey, nanny, 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 yo, and he shall buy a white coat. shall seek for him through the world that's so wide. Hey, nanny, 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 oh, oh, for a prig now like a nightingale to rest my breast against. I shall sing.
About this hour, my cousin gave his faith to visit me again, and with him bring 2 swords and 2 good armors. If he fail, he's neither man nor soldier. When he left me, I did not think a week could have restored my lost strength to me. I was growing so low and crestfallen with my wants. I thank thee, Arcite. Thou art yet a fair foe, and I find myself with this refreshing, able once again to outdoor danger. Therefore this blessed morning shall be the last, and that sword, if it but hold and he refuses, to kill him with. 'Tis justice. So love and fortune for me. Oh! Good morrow.
Good morrow, noble kinsman.
I have put you to too much pain, sir.
That too much, fair cousin, is but a debt to honor and my duty.
Would you were so in all, sir? I could wish ye as a kind kinsman as you forced me find a beneficial foe, that my embraces might think thee and not my blows.
I shall think either well done, a noble recompense.
Then I shall quit you.
Defy me in these fair terms, and you show more than a mistress to me. No more anger, as you love anything that's honorable. We were not bred to talk, man. When we are armed and both upon our guards, then let our fury, like the meeting of 2 tides, fly strongly from us, and then, to whom the birthright of this beauty truly pertains, will be seen, and quickly, yours or mine. Will it please you, armed sir?
Arcite, thou art so brave an enemy that no man but thy cousin's fit to kill thee. I am well and lusty, choose your arms.
Choose you, sir.
Wilt thou exceed it all? Or dost thou do it to make me spare thee?
If you think so, you are deceived. For as I am a soldier, I will not spare you.
That's well said.
You'll find it.
Then as I am an honest man in love with all the justice of affection. A pay thee soundly, this I'll take.
That's mine then. I'll arm you first.
Do. Pray thee, tell me, cousin, where gotst thou this good armor?
'Tis the Duke's. And to say true, I stole it. Do I pinch you?
No.
It's not too heavy.
I have worn a lighter, but I shall make it serve.
I'll buckle it close.
Oh, by any means.
You care not for a grand guard?
No. No. We'll use no horses. I perceive you would fain be at that fight.
I am indifferent.
Good faith, so am I. Cousin, thrust the buckle through far enough.
I warrant you.
My casque now.
Will you fight bare arm?
We shall be the nimbler.
But use your gauntlets. Those are the least. Oh, prithee, cousin, use mine.
Thank you, Arcite. How do I look? Am I fallen much away?
Faith, very little. Love has used you kindly.
I'll warrant thee, I'll strike home.
Do, and spare not. I'll give you good cause, sweet cousin.
Now to you, sir. Methinks this armor's very like that Arcite thou worst the day the 3 kings fell, but lighter.
That was a very good one, and that day I well remember. You outdid me. I never saw such valor. When I saw you charge on the left wing of the enemy, I spurred hard to come up, and under me I had a right good horse.
You had indeed a bright bay, I remember.
Yet all was vainly labored in me. You outwent me, nor could my wishes reach you. Yet a little I did by imitation.
More by virtue you are modest, cousin.
But when I saw you charge first, methought I heard a dreadful clap of thunder break from the troop.
But still before that flew the lightning of your valor. Oh, stay a little, is not this piece too straight?
No, not as well.
I would have nothing but my sword hurt thee. A bruise would be dishonor.
Now I am perfect.
Stand off then.
Take my sword. I hold it better.
Well, I think, no, keep it. Your life lies on it. Here's one, if it but hold. I ask no more for all my hopes. My cause and honor guard me.
And me, my love. Is there aught else to say?
This only and no more. Thou art mine aunt's son. And that blood we desire to shed is mutual. In me, thine, and in thee, mine. My sword is in my hand, and if thou killst me, the gods and I forgive thee. If there be a place prepared for those that sleep in honor, I wish his weary soul that fall may win it. Fight bravely, cousin. Give me thy noble hand.
Here. Palamon, this hand nevermore shall come near thee with such friendship.
I commend thee.
If I fall, curse me, and say I was a coward, for none but such dare die in these just trials. Once more, farewell.
Farewell, Arcite.
Lo, cousin, lo, our folly has undone us!
Why?
'Tis the Duke a-hunting as I told you! If you be found, you perish instantly for breaking prison, and I if you reveal me for my contempt!
Look to thine own well, Arcite.
What? Ignorant and mad, malicious traitors are you, that against the tenor of my laws, armed like knights appointed, do battle without my leave, or officers of arms by Castor both shall die.
Hold thy word, Theseus. We are certainly both traitors, both despisers of thee and of thy goodness. I am Palamon, that cannot love thee. He that broke thy prison, think well what that deserves. And this is Arcite, a bolder traitor never trod thy ground, a falser ne'er seemed friend. This is the man was begged and banished. This is he contemns thee in what thou darest do, and in this disguise, against thy own edict follows thy sister, that fortunate bright star, the fair Amelia, whose servant, if there be a right in seeing, and first bequeathing of the soul too justly I am, and which is more, dares thank her his. This treachery, like a most trusty lover, I called him now to answer. If thou beest as thou art spoken, great and virtuous, the true decider of all injuries, say fight again, and thou shalt see me, Theseus, do such a justice thou thyself wilt envy. Then take my life, I'll woo thee to it.
Oh heaven, what more than man is this?
I have sworn.
We seek not thy breath of mercy, Theseus. 'Tis a thing to me as soon to die as thee to say it, and no more moved. When this man calls me traitor, let me say thus much. If in love be treason in service of so excellent a beauty, so let me be traitor, and you please me for scorning thy edict. Ask that lady why she is fair, and why her eye commands me stay here to love her, if she say but traitor. I am a villain fit to lie unburied.
Thou shalt have pity of us both, O Theseus, if unto neither thou show mercy. Stop, as thou art just thy noble ear against us. Let's die together at one instant, Duke. Only a little let him fall before me. that I might tell my soul he shall not have her.
You shall have your wish. For to say true, your cousin has 10 times more offended than you. Even though his offense be the same, I showed him much more mercy than you found, sir. Let none here speak for them. For ere the sun set, both shall sleep forever.
Alas, the pity. Now or never, sister, speak not to be denied. That face of yours will bear the curses else live after ages for these lost cousins.
In my face, dear sister, I find no anger to him, nor no ruin. The misadventure adventure of their own eyes, kill him. Yet that I will be woman and have pity. My knees shall grow to the ground, but I'll get mercy. Help me, dear sister, in a deed so virtuous the powers of all women will be with us. Most royal brother!
Sir, by our tie of marriage!
By your own spotless honor!
By that faith, that fair hand, that honest heart you gave me!
By that you would have pity in another! By your own virtues infinite!
By valor, by all the chaste knights I have ever pleased you!
These are strange conjurings.
Nay then, all in too! By all our friendships, sir! By all our dangers! By all you love most! Wars! And this sweet lady!
By that you would have trembled to deny a blushing maid!
By your own eyes, by strength in which you swore, I went beyond all women, almost all men. And yet I yielded. Theseus!
To crown all this, by your most noble soul which cannot want do mercy, I beg first!
Next hear my prayers!
Last, let me entreat, sir!
For mercy!
Mercy!
Mercy on these princes!
You make my faith real. Say I felt compassion for them both. How would you place it?
Upon their lives, but with their banishments.
On what conditions?
Swear him never more to make me their contention, or to know me. To tread upon thy dukedom, and to be, wherever they shall travel, ever strangers to one another.
I'll be cut to pieces before I take this oath. Forget I love her? Oh, all ye gods, despise me then. Thy banishment I not mislike, so we may fairly carry our swords and cause along, else never trifle, but take our lives, Duke. I must love, and will, and in that love must and dare kill this cousin on any peace this earth has.
Will you, our side, take these conditions?
He's a villain then.
These are men!
No, never, Duke. 'Tis worse to me than begging to take my life so basely. And though I think I never shall enjoy her, yet I'll die for her, make death a devil.
What may be done? Now I feel compassion.
Again, sir.
Sir Amelia, if one of them were dead, as one must be, would you be content to take the other as your husband?
Huh?
They cannot both enjoy you. They are princes as goodly as your own eyes and as noble as fame ever yet spoke of. Look upon them. And if you can love, end this difference. I give my consent. Are you content, princess?
With all our souls.
He that she refuses must die, then.
Any death thou canst invent, Duke.
If I fall from that mouth, I fall with favor, and lovers yet unborn shall bless my ashes.
If she refuse me, yet my grave will wed me, and soldiers sing my epitaph.
Make choice, then.
I cannot, sir. They are both too excellent. For me, a house shall never fall of these men.
What will become of them?
Thus I ordain it, and by my honor once again it stands, or both shall die. You shall both to your country. And within this month, accompanied by 3 fair knights, come again to this place wherein I shall plant a pyramid. And who, by noble strength, shall make his cousin touch that pillar, he shall enjoy her, the other lose his head. Will this continue?
Yes. Here, cousin Arcite. I am friends again till that hour.
I embrace ye.
Are you content, sister?
Yes, I must, sir, else both miscarry.
Come, shake hands again, then. And take heed, as you are gentlemen, this quarrel sleeps until the hour be fixed, and hold your course.
We dare not fail thee, Theseus.
Come. Now I'll make use of you like to princes and to friends. When you return, he who wins I'll settle here, he who loses, I shall weep upon your bier.
Act 4, Scene 1.
The prison.
Have good comfort, man, for I bring you news and good news, I warrant ye.
They're welcome.
Palamon has cleared you, and got your pardon, and discovered how and by who means he escaped, which was your daughter's, but her pardon is procured too. And the prisoner, not to be held ungrateful to her kindness, hath gifted a sum of money to her marriage, a large sum, I warrant ye.
Ye are a good friend, and ever bring good news. How was it ended?
As it should be. They that never begged, but they prevailed.
Their suits were fairly granted. The prisoners had their lives.
I knew it would be so.
Yeah, but there be other conditions which you'll hear about at a better time.
I hope they're good.
They're honorable. How good they'll prove, I know not.
Well, 'twill be known.
Alas, sir, where is your daughter?
What do you ask?
Oh, sir, when did you see her?
How he looks.
This morning?
Was she well? Was she in health? Oh, sir, when did she sleep?
These are strange questions.
I do not think she was well, for now you make me mind her. But this very day I asked her questions, and she answered me so far from what she was. So childishly, so sillily, as if she were a fool or an innocent. And I was very angry. But what of her, sir?
Nothing but my pity. But you must know it, and as good by me as by another that less loves her.
Well, sir, not right?
Not well?
No, sir, not well. 'Tis too true. She's mad.
It cannot be.
Believe you'll find it so.
I half suspected what you told me. The gods comfort her. Either this was her love to Palamon, or fear on my miscarrying his scape, or both.
'Tis likely.
But why all this haste, sir?
I'll tell you quickly. As I late was angling in the great lake that lies behind the palace, I heard a voice, a shrill one and attentive. I gave my ear. I left my angle. I saw it was your daughter.
Pray go on, sir.
She sung much, but no sense. Only I heard her repeat this often. Palamon is gone. He's gone to the wood to gather mulberries. I'll find him out tomorrow. Then of you, sir, that you must lose your head tomorrow morning, and she must gather flowers to bury you and see the house made handsome. And she sung nothing but willow, 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 and between ever was Palamon, fair Palamon. She saw me and straight sought the flood. I saved her and set her safe to land when presently she slipped away and to the city made with such a cry and swiftness that, believe me, she left me far behind her. 3 or 4 I saw from far off cross her, one of them I knew to be your sister, where she stayed and fell, scarce to be got away. I left them with her and hither came to tell you. Here they come.
May you never more enjoy the light. Is that a fine song?
Oh, a very fine one.
I can sing 20 more.
I think you can.
Yes, truly. Can I? I can sing the broom and Bonnie Robin. Are not you a tailor?
Yes.
Where is my wedding gown?
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Good even, good man. Pray, did you ever hear of one young Palamon?
Yes, whence we know him.
Is not a fine gentleman?
'Tis love.
Ah!
By no means cross her. She is then far more distempered than now she shows.
Yes, he is a fine gentleman.
Oh, is he so? You have a sister,
Yes.
but you shall not have him. Tell her so. For a trick, I know. You'd best look to her, for if she see him once, she's gone. She's done and undone in an hour. All the young maids of our town are in love with him, but I just laugh at them and let them all go. It's not a wise course.
Yes.
Come hither. You are a wise man.
Does she know him?
No, what she did.
You are master of a ship?
Yes,
Where is your compass?
here.
Well, set it to the north and direct your course to the wood where Palamon lies longing for me for the tackling. Let me go on. Come, my heart, play cheerily. The wind is fair. Top the bowling. Out with the
you of her, sir?
I think she has a perturbed mind, which I cannot minister to.
Alas, what then?
Understand you, has she ever affected any man as she beheld Palomar?
I was once, sir, in the great hope that she had set her liking on this gentleman, my friend.
I did think so too, and would account a great penworth on it to give half my state, that both she and I at this present stood unfeignedly on the same terms.
That intemperate serpent of her eye has distempered the other senses. This you must do. Take upon you, young sir, her friend, the name of Palamon. This will get her attention, for this her mind does beat upon. Sing to her such green songs of love as Palamon have sung in prison. Come to her, stock in as many sweet flowers as the season is mistress of, which are grateful to the senses. All of this shall become Palamon. For Palamon can sing, and Palamon is sweet, and every good thing. 'Tis a falsehood she is stuck in, and is with falsehood to be combated. Oh, I've seen it approved. How many times I know not. But to make more of numbers, I have great faith in this. Let us put it in execution and hasten the success, of which I doubt not will bring forth comfort.
Act 4, Scene 2, the Athenian Palace.
Yet I may bind those wounds up that must open and bleed to death for my sake, else I'll choose and end their strife. To such young, handsome men shall never fall for me. Their weeping mothers, following the dead, cold ashes of their sons, shall never curse my cruelty. Good heaven. What a sweet face has Arcite. What an eye, of what a fiery sparkle and quick sweetness has this young prince. Here love himself sits smiling. Just such another wanton Ganymede set Jove afire with and enforced the god, snatch up the goodly boy and set him by him. A shining constellation. Palamon is but his foil. To him, a mere dull shadow. I mean, he's swart and meager, of an eye as heavy as if he had lost his mother, not a smile. Yet these that we count errors make become him. Narcissus was a sad boy, but a heavenly. Oh, who can find the bent in women's fancy? Ah! I am a fool. My reason is lost in me. I have no choice. And I've lied so lewdly that women ought to beat me. Upon my knees, I ask thy pardon, Palamon. Thou art alone and only beautiful. And these, the eyes, these, the bright lamps of beauty, and what young maid dare cross them? What a bold gravity, and yet inviting has this brown, manly face. Oh, love! This only from this hour is complexion. Lie there, Arcite, thou art a changeling to him, a mere gypsy, and this the noble body I am sotted. Utterly lost. For if my brother, but even now, had asked me whether I loved, I had run mad for Arcite. Now, if my sister, more for Palamon. Stand both together now. Come ask me, brother. Alas, I know not. Ask me now, sweet sister. I may go look. What a mere child is fancy, that having two fair gods of equal sweetness cannot distinguish, but must cry for both.
How now, wench? From the noble duke, your brother, madam, I bring you news. The knights are come.
To end the quarrel?
Yes.
What I might end first! What sins have I committed, chaste Diana, that my unspoiled youth must now be soiled with the blood of princes, and my chastity be made the altar where the lives of lovers too greater and too better never yet made mother's joy must be the sacrifice to my unhappy beauty?
two lovers have returned. You must love one of them.
I had rather both, so neither for my sake should fall untimely.
By my soul, I long to see them! Lady, you shall see two men fight now.
I wish it, my lord, but not the cause. They would show bravely about the titles of two kingdoms. 'Tis a pity love should be so tyrannous. Oh, my soft-hearted sister, what think you? Weep not till they weep blood, whence it must be.
Poor wench, go weep, for whosoever wins loses a noble cousin for thy sins.
Let them now enter. And before the gods, tender their holy prayers. Let the temples burn bright with sacred fire, and the altars in their hallowed clouds commend their swelling incense to those above us. Let no dew go unwanted, for they have a noble purpose at hand that will honor the very ones who love them.
Sir, they enter.
Oh, you valiant and strong-hearted foes, you royal Germain enemies, that this day come to blow out the nearness that flames between. As the gods regard ye, fight with justice. I'll leave you to your prayers. Betwixt you I part my wishes.
Honor crown the worthiest.
The glass is running now, which cannot finish till one of us expire. Think you but thus, that were there aught in me which strove to show mine enemy in this business, were it one eye against another, arm oppressed by arm, I would destroy the offender, 'cause I would, though parcel of myself. Then from this gather how I should tender you.
I am in labor to push your name, your ancient love, and our kindred out of my memory, and in the self-same place to seat something I would confound. So, hoist we the sails that must these vessels port, even where the heavenly limiter pleases.
You speak well. Before I turn, let me embrace thee, cousin. This shall I never do again.
Once more, farewell.
Why, 'tis said, man. Farewell, cuz.
Farewell, sir.
Act 5, Scene 2, the prison.
Now, has this advice I've given you done any good upon her?
Oh, very much. The maids that kept her company have half persuaded her that I am Palamon. Within this half hour, she came smiling to me and asked me what I would eat, and when I would kiss her, I told her presently and kissed her twice.
That is well done! 20 times would have been far greater, for there the cure lies mainly.
Then she told me she would watch with me tonight, for well she knew what hour my fit would take.
Oh, yeah, let her do so, and when your fit comes, fit her home. And presently.
What?
Lie with her. Huh? If she asks you to.
Ho there, doctor.
Yes, by way of cure.
But first, by your leave, in the way of honesty.
That is but a niceness. Never cast your child away for honesty. First, cure her this way. Then if she is honest, she has the path before her.
Thank ye, Doctor.
Pray bring her in, we wish to see her.
I will, and will tell her her love Palamon stays for her. But Doctor, methinks you are in the wrong still.
Go! Go! Oh, you fathers are such fine fools. Her honesty. We shall give her physic until we find.
Why? Do you think she is not honest, sir?
How old is she?
She's 18.
She may well be. But that's all one and not to our purpose. No. Whatever her father says, if you see her inclining the way that I spoke of, Vindelicet, the way of the flesh, you happy?
Yeah, very well, sir.
Yes. Please her appetite and do it home. It will cure her, ipso facto, the melancholy humor that affects her.
I am of your mind, Doctor.
You will find it so. Oh, here she comes. Pray humor her.
Come, child. Your love Palamon stays for you and has done this long hour to visit you.
I thank him for his gentle patience. He is a kind gentleman, and I am much bound to him. Did you ne'er see the horse he gave me?
Yes.
What stuff she utters.
Make curtsy. Here your love comes.
Pretty soul, how do ye? That's a fine maid. There's a curtsy.
Yours to command in the way of honesty. How far is to the end of the world, my masters?
But the day's journey went.
Will you come with me?
If we shall keep our wedding there.
Yes, truly, for there we shall find some blind priest to do her for the purpose, who will venture to marry us, for here they are nice and foolish. Besides, my father's to be hanged tomorrow, and that would put a blot on the business. Are not you, Palamon?
Do you not know me?
Yes, but you do not care for me. I have only this poor petticoat and 2 coarse smocks.
Well, that's all one. I will have you.
Will you surely?
Yes. By this fair hand will I.
Well, to bed then. Is not this your cousin Arcite?
Yes, sweetheart, I am so glad my cousin Palamon has made so fair a choice.
Do you think he'll have me?
I have no doubt.
Do you think so too?
Yes.
We shall have many children. My, how you're grown. My Palamon, I hope, shall grow too finely. He was kept down with heart meat and ill lodging, but I shall kiss him up again.
Let's get her in.
Come, sweet, we'll go to dinner and then we'll play at cards.
And shall we kiss too?
100 times.
And 20.
I and 20.
And then we will sleep together.
Take her offer.
Yes, marry shall we?
But you will not hurt me.
I will not, sweet.
If you do, love, I'll cry.
Act 5, Scene 3.
The battle between the Kinsmen.
I'll no step further.
Will you lose this sight?
It is enough my hearing shall be punished with what shall happen, against the which there is no deafing but to hear.
But you must needs be there. This trial is as toward the night, and you are the only star to shine.
I am extinct. There is but envy in that light that shows the one the other. Darkness may even now, by casting her black mantle over both that neither could find other, get herself some part of a good name, and many a murder set off whereto she's guilty.
You must go!
Faith, I will not!
But you must needs be there. The knights must kindle their service at your eye. Know that in this battle you are the treasure, and must needs be by to give their service pay.
Sir! Pardon me.
The title of a kingdom may be tried out of itself.
By your pleasure, let those that remained with you know that their office could be served by their enemies.
Farewell, sister. I am like to know your husband for yourself by some small start of time. He whom the gods do of the two know best, I pray he be made your lot.
If I were by, I might do hurt. For they would glance their eye toward my seat, and in that motion might omit a ward or forfeit an offense, which craves that very time. It is much better I am not there. Better never born than minister to such harm. Which? What is the chance? The cries of Palamon. Then he has won? Which was ever likely? He is doubtless the primest of men. He looked all grace and success. I prithee, run and tell me how it goes. Still Palamon, run and inquire! Oh! Poor servant, thou hast lost. Upon my right side still I wore thy picture. Palamon's on the left, why so I know not. I had no end in else. Chance but have it so. On the sinister side the heart lies. Palamon had the best boating chance. Explosive clamor is sure the end of the combat.
They said that Palamon had Arcite's body within an inch of the pyramid. But anon then, Arcite made a brave redemption, and the two bold titlers at this instant are hand to hand at it.
Were they metamorphized both into one? Oh, why? There were no woman words so composed a man. More exalted Palamon still?
Nay, now the sound is Arcite.
I prithee, lay attention to the cry. Set both thine ears to the business.
Arcite in victory! Hark! Arcite victory! The combat's consummation is proclaimed by wind instruments.
Half-sight saw that Arcite was no babe. God's lid, his richness and costliness of spirit looked through him and could no more be hidden in him than fire in flax. Alas, poor Palamon!
Lo, where our sister stands in expectation. The gods, by their divine arbitrament, have given you this night. He is as good a one as ever stroked head. Come, give me your hands. Receive you her, you him. May you be plighted with the love that grows as you decay.
Emilia, to buy you, I have lost what's dearest to me, and yet I purchase cheaply, as I do rate your value.
Wear the garland you have worn with joy. For the subdued, give them now our present justice. For I know their lives but do pinch them. Let it be done here. Come. The scene is not for our viewing. Go we hence, right joyful, but with some sorrow. Volata, I see that eye of yours conceives a tear, the which it will deliver.
Is this winning? Oh, all you heavenly powers, where's your mercy? But that your wills have said it must be so, and charge me live to comfort this unfriended, this miserable prince that cuts away a life from him more worthy than all women, I should and would die too.
Infinite pity that for such eyes should be so fixed on one that two must needs be blind for it.
So it is.
There's many a man alive that hath outlived the love of the people. Yea, the self-same state stands many a father with his child. Some comfort we have by so considering. We expire, and not without men's pity, to live still have their good wishes. We prevent the loathsome misery of age, beguile the gout and rheum that in lag hours attend for gray approachers. We come towards the gods young and unwappered, not halting under crimes many and stale. Aha! My friend. My friend. Your gentle daughter gave me freedom once. You'll see it's done now. Forever. Pray, how does she? I heard she was not well. Her kind of ill gave me some sorrow.
Sir, she's well restored, and to be married soon.
By my short life, I am most glad on't. 'Tis the latest thing I shall be glad of. Prithee tell her so. Commend me to her, and to peace her portion, tender her this. Oh, commend us to her. Adieu. And let my life be now as short as my leave taking.
Lead, courageous cousin. Before I strike this bloody stroke. Farewell.
It's said now. Farewell.
Shall I strike now?
Now, cousin.
Well then. There! Thus do I escape the sorrow of Palamon's death. Forgive me in thine own particular.
And thy worthy manly heart be yet unbroken. O miserable end of our alliance, give me thy last words. I am Palamon, one that yet loves thee dying.
Take Amelia, and with her all the world's joy. Reach thy hand. Farewell. I have told my last hour. I was false yet never treacherous. Forgive me, cousin. One kiss from fair Amelia. Tis done. Take her. I die.
Thy brave soul seek Elysium.
Close thine eyes, Prince. Blessed souls be with thee. Thou art a right good man. And while I live this day, I give to tears.
And I to honor.
In this place, where first you fought, even very here I sundered you. Acknowledge to the gods our thanks that you are living. His part is played. Though it was short, he did it well. Your day is lengthened.
Cousin, that we should things desire which do cost us the loss of our desire, that not could buy dear love, but loss of dear love.
For a day or so, let us give grace unto the funeral of our sight, in whose end the visages of bridegrooms will put on and smile with Palamon, who but an hour since I was as deeply sorry, as glad of our sight, and now as glad as for him. Sorry. Oh! You heavenly charmers! What things you make of us! For what we lack, we lack. For what we have, are sorry, and still we are children in some kind. Let us be thankful for that which is. And to you, we'll leave dispute that is above our question. Let us go off and bear us like the time.
I would now ask you how you like the play, but it goes hard, I see.
He that is loved, a young and handsome wench, let him show his face.
'Tis strange if none be here.
But if he will, and against good conscience, let him boo and hiss. And kill our market, it matters not, so I stay ye.
But ye words can come then, now what say ye? And yet, mistake me not, I am not bold. We have no such cause.
The tale we've told.
For 'tis no other.
In any way content ye.
For to that honest purpose was it meant ye.
Then we have our end, and you shall have, I dare say, a many more to content your old loved ones to us.
We and all our might rest in your service.
Gentle friends,
good night.